Hey guys, what's up? I want to talk about my nicotine addiction story. A week ago, I used to smoke cigarettes and then I quit. I just quit. So, here's my story. Back in high school, when I was just 17 years old, me and my friends were being stupid. Okay, we were being stupid. We were skipping class, and a few of them were smoking cigarettes. So I asked, hey, can I try one? And guess what? One of my friends pulled out a cigarette out of that nice looking cigarette box and gave it to me. And he told me to put my lips around the butt. And I'm sitting there like, what? This thing has an ass? Wait, this thing has an ass? And they all started laughing. Like they started laughing. So what I did is I put the butt in between my lips, okay? And then I was given a lighter and I was told to inhale as I lit the cigarette. So that's what I did. And as I inhaled after lighting it, I started feeling some kind of weird feeling in my head and I started to like it. It was like I was dizzy and like I became nauseated afterwards, but I was also dizzy, you know, and I had to sit down because like I remember the whole place was fucking spinning and everything after I smoked that first cigarette. So yeah, and then a few months after I went into the gym, I saw a guy putting tobacco in his fucking mouth. And then I wondered, what the fuck? What the fuck is he doing? I wonder. I'm curious now. So I walked over to the guy and then I asked, hey, what is that you're doing? And then he told me, dip. And I'm like, oh, nice, nice. Can I try some? And he's like, sure. And he opens his can and told me to take one pinch. And that's what I did. And I remember it was Copenhagen snuff. The first dip I've ever dipped. And it got all over my fucking mouth. Like all over the inside of my mouth. And it also got, all over my lips as well. And let me tell you, I needed something to spit in. And the guy hands me a soda bottle. And I spat it into a soda bottle. And I'm like, yo, yo, what the hell? It's all over my mouth. And then he goes, it's all over your lips, too. And it was one of the funniest experiences I've ever had in high school. And at the time, I was old enough to buy my own. So during senior lunch, I went down to the tobacco store that was just down the road from my school. Because during senior lunch, you could go and actually go get your own lunch back then, as long as you were back when class started back up. So I would go down there and I would buy me a can of dip. And yeah, and this was back in the day where you could be 18 and smoke a cigarette or even buy a can of dip. You know, now you have to be 21. But back when I used to do it, you only had to be 18, and that was all. And that's how I got hooked on dip. I was hooked on dip faster than I was hooked on cigarettes. Cigarettes, it took me a few to get hooked. Dip, it only took one pinch, one fucking pinch, and I was already hooked. You know? And yeah, and plus it was more convenient as well. And then years later, after I graduated, I started using nicotine pouches. And these were non-tobacco nicotine pouches. And let me tell you, these things gave me a bigger buzz than what that dip gave me back in high school. Like, I had the biggest buzz of my life on those nicotine pouches. So, yeah. And then after that, a few more years pass by, and I'm back on fucking cigarettes. You know, I'm back on cigarettes. And then a week ago, just a week ago, I quit. And that's my full addiction story, from when I started and to where it ended. So, yeah, I am now 1 week clean. Just 1 week clean. And hopefully, I'll make it to years. Like forever. I'll make it to forever clean. Hopefully. Because I already know I'm going to be clean forever. Because I know I'm never picking up another cigarette again. No matter what. You know? That's what I told myself. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, yeah. Anyways, guys, if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Want to see more, subscribe. If you got anything for me, leave a comment. Anyways, guys, bye.